Next section, subsection C. Tightening the loose thread. Fastening two items by the tightening a thread that had connected them loosely is considered transgression of the Av Melacha of sewing. That is a hem or the seam become loose, and the ends spread apart slightly. It is forbidden to pull them tightly. It is similarly forbidden to secure a loose button. So that's the best example. I mean, all of the examples is good, but that's the most practical, I think. Right, to loose button by tying the thread. So we're going to see the commentary. So continue. Shulchan Aruch Orach Chaim 347 cites an interesting application of this rule. It was common in the early days for people to tighten their sleeves by pulling the strap that was threaded through it. So if you, it's actually in the video that I sent, this musical video, if you see how the boys are playing, like outside, and see their white shorts, that's what they have. They have these threads. I mean, yeah, it's in Shulchan Aruch time. I'm not sure when they developed this modern sleeves. I'm not sure, but for many years, we have this type. And so if you want like short sleeve, that's what you do. You use this thread. Okay. Shulchan Aruch rules that it is forbidden unless the holes through which the strap is threaded are spacious and the stitches around the edges like the buttonholes, right? Like the buttonholes. Okay, we're going to explain all this. When the holes are tight and unstitched, the tightening the strap is tantamount to sewing the ends of the sleeves together. By contrast, when the holes are spacious and stitched, tightening the straps is not similar to sewing, but is more like the buttoning the ends of the sleeves to each other. Nevertheless, the poskim state that it is permitted to tighten such sleeves only if one's intend to loosen them later when he or she removes the garment. It is prohibited to tighten the straps part way on Shabbos. If one's intend to leave it in the position in that position permanently, and to always slide the hand in and out of the particular tightened sleeves. That's, I mean, same with shoes. Like some people never untie the shoelaces, right? Exactly the same problem. We're going to explain. The discussion, this discussion is pertinent to tying shoelaces. Okay, here we go. Shoelaces are threaded through the holes on the opposite side of the shoes. The reason tightening and tying the shoelaces is not considered the act of sewing. Right, so in some sense, it resembles sewing very much. Is that eyelets that are designed to allow the laces to be drawn through them smoothly, to facilitate tightening and loosening them. It is forbidden, however, to tighten the laces partially and tie them on Shabbos in a manner that will allow the wearer to slip his feet in and out the shoes. Okay, so there's still commentaries. Okay, so let's do this section and we try to explain. As you see, a lot of information. So now our topic again, it's section C, subsection C, tightening loosen threads. So meaning the threads are there. It's not, we don't introduce anything new, but we try to tighten. So it looks like it resembles, not loose. It resembles sewing, 100%. So for example, somebody has a button, it's like very loose. So naturally, you want to pull the thread from inside, so to make it tighter, right? And actually, it's not allowed to go with such a button outside, right, on Shabbos, because this short is considered to be muktzeh. Why? I mean, very simple. Like if while you're walking, you're going to lose the button, so you would be tempted to pick up the button, right? And otherwise, like you're going to lose the button, and that's not good, right? How you would wear the short? That's the problem. So in order for sages, of course, in their great wisdom, they foresaw this situation, and they say if you have this such a short, not allowed to wear it, right? So and said, yeah, I have the only short. How can I go to the shul? I heard these questions and like similar questions. So I said, look, if you don't go to shul, you're not going to violate anything, right? But if you're going into this with the short or like in similar different situation, you're going to violate. Right? I mean, what do you want me to say to you? Right? It's never allowed. Not going to shul, so you maybe not going to perform some not maybe, right? Sure, you're not going to perform some positive positive rabbinic mitzvah, right? So meaning to hear the Torah on Shabbos, right? And then pray with the congregation, but that's it. Right? Is it a punishment for not doing so? There is no punishment. I mean, except the two mitzvahs, but the circumcision and tefillin. So I think there is no circumcision, tefillin. So meaning, if he did not do circumcision, he's going to be punished. If he did not put tefillin, he's going to be punished. I think that's it. Somehow I want to say the third, something with a Pesach. If somebody is not going to bring the Pesach sacrifice, he's going to get punished. I remember sages said something about it. Meaning if a person had the opportunity to do that and he said, so he's going to get punished. But of course there is a second chance. Like there is a Pesach Sheni, and for example, people who are like far away from the Beis Hamikdash, they were in like travels, like overseas, or they were sick, or they were like tameh, meaning from the touching of that dead body. But I'm talking about the person who was not in any of this situation, but decided just, why should I do it? So is he's going to get punished? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think yes, but I'm not 100% sure. Right. So in this case, how did we start it? How we get to it? We got it from a loose button. So and so if you have this, the only short, let's say, the only short. And this is short is muktzah, so don't go and take another short. Maybe he has a blue short or something. Don't go with a white short. Go with a blue short or some other short, but not with this button. Right, but so again from the beginning, fastening two items by tightening. So meaning the thread, so that tightening the thread that had connected them loosely is considered transgression of av melacha of sewing. So it's not just some talada. I mean, I don't want to put down talada. Talada is like you have a tree, right? You have branches. So branches is like av melachas, right? And talada is like branches from this main branch. Is it part of the tree? 100%. Right, but they say tightening the threads, meaning tightening the threads were already there, is actually the transgression of av melacha. That av is father, like main melacha. Thus, if a hem or a seam became loose and the ends spread apart slightly, right, it is forbidden to pull the threads tightly. So absolutely, just leave it be. Just pretend nothing is going on. It is similarly forbidden to secure a loose button by tightening the thread. Okay. So it says see page 119. So okay. For discussion wearing the garment while with a loose button outdoors. Right. So as you said, it is for sure. It's a practical issue. This could be a muktzah. Okay, the Shulchan Aruch, Orach Chaim 347, cites an interesting application of this rule. It was common in early times for people to tighten their sleeves by pulling on the strap that was threaded through it. So meaning like pull up the strap. So look at this video. So it's very, very touchy, very, very powerful video actually, right? And today, what do they have today? Like similar technology, but much simpler. So they would. I have this short, one short. It's like I don't know, like traveling short. They call whatever, like hiking short, whatever they call it, right? So you can roll up the sleeve, and there is a button right on like somewhere here, and you can close the button, and and it's going to convert like your long shirt to the long sleeve to the short sleeve. I think women have the same, and they can do like from a full sleeve, right, a long sleeve to 3/4, right, fancy schmancy, or even like, so I mean even shorter sleeve. But I think the way I understand they allow this strap is long enough so they can do like so the elbow would be covered, which is no problem. So we try not to do it, but after like in the case of the need, so it's still kosher. Okay, so the problem is what? That is it considered sewing if they have just a rope or something like a string, and you pull the sleeve, right, to hold it up, right? It looks like this rope, it's like a thread, right? Like you're sewing. Okay. So Shulchan Aruch rules that this is forbidden unless the holes through which the strap is threaded are spacious, meaning like what does it mean spacious? Like if you can like compare it to the shoelaces. Sometimes you have shoes, and then you have these eyelets with a metal insert. So these are like wide enough. So and they give you the right shoelaces. There is no problem. They go in and forward, like in and out, very, very good. But sometimes they would not have this, like a fancy schmancy shoes, like for men. I'm talking for men, like dress shoes, and they would have like we would make leather shoes only the tiny holes, and like a very thin shoelaces, right? So there it's the shoelaces do not move as easily, right? That one could be problematic. Could be. Okay, right, but if this the like loose enough, we said, right, and this holes through to which this string is threaded is like a button holes, meaning like it has stitches around. So then there is no problem. Meaning it goes in and out. So for sure it's not sewing. Okay. Okay. By contrast, when the holes are spacious and stitched, tightening the straps is not similar to sewing, but is more like a buttoning the ends of the sleeves to one another, meaning to have like short sleeve, right? Nevertheless, the poskim say that it's permitted to tighten such a sleeves only if one's intend to loosen it after he or she remove the garment. So that's also important, very important factor. Meaning, sometimes if a person that did it in the beginning of the season, and he or she planning to leave it like that, it would be a problem because it is a permanent change, right? It is sewing. Maybe initially it was for permitted, but this poskim say that now it's permanent. That would make it forbidden. It is prohibited to tighten the strap part way on Shabbos, right? Why? If one's intent to leave it in position permanently, and always slide the hand into and out of the partially tighten the sleeve, right? So meaning the person wants to leave it permanently, right? So meaning that the sleeve so wide enough so that you can your hand can go in and out without untying these straps, which is a problem. So again, permanent sewing or permanent tying is not allowed. This discussion is permanent to tying the shoelaces, as we said. Right. I mean, I don't want to repeat again, but quickly. Shoelaces are threaded through the holes of the opposite side of the shoe. So in some sense, like when you tie the shoelaces, we connect two sides of the shoes. Right? Just think about it halachically. Two sides. So they were separate, and now with a thread, be it like a thread, like a thin thread, or be it a shoelace. So we combine them together. Right. The reason tightening and tying the shoelaces is not considered act of sewing is that the eyelets are designed to allow the laces to be drawn through them smoothly and facilitate tightening and loosening them. Meaning when you're sewing something, so your intent just to leave it tight as possible, not to be undone. But with the shoelaces, it's opposite the shoe. It is forbidden, however, to tighten the laces partially and tie them on Shabbos in a manner that will allow the wearer to slip his feet in and out of the shoes. Right? You know, this lazy people that tie only once and never untie. That's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, the problem is like halachic issue. I mean, that's their own business. But halachic issue is only halachic issue is only if they're not going to untie. So meaning they don't tie like other people would tie that would feel secure. They tie it tight partially, right? So not very tight partially, so that he can go in and out. Okay. So next question. Right, question of untying the thread, right? When we walk past the edge, the edge hooks on our sweater, okay, and pull string out from the rest. Are we allowed to fix the string by stretching the rest of the sweater and pull the string back? So I know exactly what. I mean, very descriptive question. Again, when we walk past the edge, right? So it sounds like the edge hooks on our sweater and pulls the string from the rest. So basically, you it pulls the string here. So basically, if you do like stretching like here around, so it would pull back. So I would say tightening. It's not such an easy question. So on one hand, and I'm just speaking, thinking out loud, right? So on one hand, when you don't touch this thread, and then you do like in other parts of your sweater, right around, so it's grammar 100%. So it's not the direct action. So it could be permitted, but I'm not 100% sure. I never saw this case in a book, so I never heard from anyone. So let's put it on site. So I would say that to be on the safe side, just leave it be. But I think we would discuss something like that in a book that I was planning to learn maybe after that one, after we finish this Shabbos Home. Where's the book? Don't remember the name. That doesn't matter. Right? Doesn't matter. Continue. So let's put it aside because I never saw it in writing, so I don't want to say. But for sure we know it's not that direct. So why it could be like allowed, possibly allowed. It's not direct.